This year's Lifetime Achievement Award nominee is our city's 52nd winner. This award celebrates and recognizes the outstanding sportsperson who has made significant contributions towards the development and operation of sport in Red Deer. 50 years, pages of support, and 50 stories about our 52nd Lifetime Sport Achievement recipient. Coached at all levels, board member, advisor, director, athlete, organizer extraordinaire, chairperson, summer games volunteer, winter games volunteer, chairperson of foundations, volunteered at smallest local events to the largest in world championship events, director on rec boards, and a board that's got so many initials that you sorted out for yourself. It's the alphabet of boards, ASRPWF board. Do you know what that stands for? The breadth and scope of contributions cannot be rivaled by many, brings people together, creates partnerships, teacher, mentor, dedicated ambassador of sport, and I know this guy is got it going on. Please, a round of applause to your City of Red Deer Lifetime Sport Achievement Award winner for 2010, Mr. Hugh McPherson.
Sit there, man. Great job for all you do. Let's get a picture for you. Let's get a picture. Okay. Let's get you time to think what you're going to say. Say? Oh, that's cool. Sure. Thanks very much. Yeah, no problem. Do I speak?
You can say, sure, you want to say a couple things. 50 years, I'm not saying.
Yeah, not bad for a guy who's only 29. I want you to know that I'm honored. It's been a long day, and I also want you to know that I've been scammed. My wife, Lois, of almost 41 years, casually mentioned yesterday, why don't we go to the community sport banquet tomorrow night because they're giving a certificate to the Red Deer Games Foundation. I'm still waiting for that certificate. I kind of knew something was up when my brother and my sister-in-law Marlis, my brother Jim and Marlis were here, but then they're kind of formal banquet junkies, and so I figured they'd be here. But then my buddy Jerry Simonson showed up. He'd rather have a tooth pulled than come to an event sort of like this. My daughter Michelle phoned me from Calgary just to say hi, and then my daughter-in-law Heather arrived. With my son Mike, who was wearing a tie. So I kind of suspected something was up, but I never dreamed for a minute it would be this. Our family moved to Red Deer in 1958, and my brothers and my sister and we learned the importance of getting connected to our community very early. My mom and dad were involved in a lot of community events as volunteers throughout their time there. It was interesting that my dad was one of the original board members for the Red Deer Foundation in '75, and I'm now on that same committee, so it's kind of neat to see that link between us. When Lois and I moved back in 1981, it was natural for us to, or for me to get involved in community events. And the reason was because that we've kept going on this, or I've kept going on this, is because I really love Red Deer. It's a great city. It's a city that gets it. It's a city whose staff and council and administration and whose people understand the importance and the responsibility of being involved in our community. I have to admit that I'm very humbled to be receiving this, especially with this group. I know that there are people in this room and probably thousands of others that have done as much, if not more, than I have, and so I accept this recognition on your behalf. I also accept this recognition on behalf of your families. My family, Lois and Mike and Michelle, and they dedicated a lot as I was out in board meetings and I was out in rooms and I was out in events, and it took a lot of their time and effort. And so I also receive this in recognition of your families as well. So thank you very much. It's a true honor. I feel blessed, and I thank you very much for the evening.
Do I get to read this?
Oh.